What's up, guys? It's Trey, the Dawn of Entertainment, back with the final Big Brother breakdown of this season. This was a wild ride. We have a lot to get to, lot to break down, and some serious talk, you know what I'm saying? So stay tuned. Let's get right into it. So I'm going to start with kind of the final three. Came down to Mickey, Holly, and Nicole. In terms of how it got to that point, Mickey basically made up this huge lie to Cliff and Nicole to basically bounce Tommy out of that house. I felt really bad about that situation. I liked Tommy a lot. He was one of my favorite players. But he was doing his part to try and stay in the game, so I can't knock that, with Cliff and Nicole saying that he would throw the comp to them in order for him to stay. Mickey he overheard that and basically used it to his advantage and created this huge lie, and basically had a house meeting and blew up Tommy's game with that lie, and that made Cliff and Nicole choose Holly over Tommy. So then it became Mickey, Holly, Nicole, and Cliff. And Mickey at that point threw away that final four with Mickey, Holly, Nicole, and Cliff because because Nicole and Cliff were teetering on what side. So that broke the promise, if you will. And Mickey even straight up told him, yo, I'll vote Holly out and I'll take you three, just to forward Mickey and Holly. A little bit of a dirty move, you know. Here's my thing. Big Brother is a dirty game. It's a game of lying and backstabbing. I'll get to that, though, later on. Then it becomes Mickey, Holly, Nicole, like I said, the final three. And then Mickey wins the final HOH. He gets to decide who he takes with him to that final two. I mean, this is a no-brainer. He's in a showmance with Holly, so he takes Holly. I mean, it's a no-brainer. I don't think anybody even thought that he would take Nicole. So we are left with Mickey and Holly, the final two. And the winner of Big Brother 21 is Mickey. I have to say, all bullshit aside, all personal stuff aside, all like really deep shit aside, Mickey, in terms of gameplay, is one of the GOATs. This man won so many comps. I think 10 or maybe even 11. Check me on that, Big Brother fans. But Mickey laid it all out on the line. He schemed, he backstabbed, he, made alliances. He was a big, big, big target. From day one, he had the power. Basically putting a target on his back, putting people in banishment. Then he survives that target time and time and time and time again. When he won HOH, the next week he couldn't play, and somehow Holly wins that HOH. So that power stuck with them basically the whole time. I don't know, man. This dude is a comp beast, but on the same level, he can play a great social game. And so going back to the backstabbing, and the Big Brother is a game of cheating and lying and backstabbing. It is what it is, you know. You win with integrity. I guess you can argue that, but I mean, you gotta lie a little bit in that Big Brother house to survive. If your back is up against the wall like Mickey's was, you have to lie, I think. And he did what he had to do to survive. That man won comps like a fucking G. He killed it. I personally think he deserved to win, honestly. And I will even go as far to say is I think he should be placed, in terms of gameplay, personal shit aside, all that other stuff aside, in terms of gameplay, I think the man is one of the best to ever set foot in that house. I would really like to see, like, if they're going to do an all-star season, him going up against the Derricks and the Dan Gieslings and the Dr. Wills and the Boogies. Like, I would love to see him up against those type of people. Who is the poker player who killed it? Can't remember her name off the top of my head. Check me on that, Big Brother fans. She'd be up there too. She didn't win it, but she was a beast. Paul, they would be up there. Mickey, in terms of a comp beast, he would be thrown in there. So I don't know. He played a great game. There was a lot of social studs in that house. I think Christy deserved to win that game. She was kind of her own worst enemy. She got too paranoid, and the energy wasn't there. Energy wasn't there. Know your truth. Know your truth. Speak your truth. I don't know. I really enjoyed Tommy. I could even throw in Cliff in there. He played a good social game. But the dude, I got to throw just a little bit of shade at Cliff with actually believing that Mickey would take him over Holly. And the fact that he says, that final two we had, it's not going to be reciprocated. I'm not going to take you. I'm going to take Nicole, but I still expect you to take me. Bro, Cliff, what are you doing, bro? What? Oh, man. But I respect the dude as a person. I mean, he's a man of integrity. You can tell Cliff Hogg is a straight-up OG man. So I respect that. I'd even throw in Nicole. Nicole, she was the underdog. She kind of flew under the radar, kind of floated a little bit, adapted, and won when she had to, and made some big power moves in the end, and I respected that. So if she was in that final two and ended up winning, I wouldn't have been mad. Whereas the past couple, maybe 3 seasons, it felt like the best player in Big Brother got second. That ain't the case this time. Mickey definitely deserves to win in terms of comp, in terms of social manipulation, all that. Like, he killed it this year. So kudos to that man. Now let's get into some more deeper conversation, some real life shit. Yo, this was wild. This was one of the most tense moments I've ever witnessed in Big Brother history, straight up. It was wild. So they always bring out the people who have been watching from home who didn't make the jury, the people who got evicted first, basically. They're sitting there with the jury. You got Mickey and Holly sitting in the house still. They already have campaigned for themselves to win. Now they're just waiting. And Julie Chen lays it all out in the line. On one hand, I really, really fucking respect this because these conversations definitely need to be had. I don't watch the live feed, so I can't really comment on these type of things. Like, I didn't see them. I did witness from what the 3 weekly episodes, what America witnessed. And that is, there's this one moment that, so basically what was discussed was racism, the kind of cheating, if you will, with Nick and Bella and, Jesus, it's blanking. The conspiring bitches girl. Kat, sorry. That little love triangle, and then the bullying. So a lot of real life shit was brought to the forefront, and Julie Chen did not shy away. She laid it all on the line, and it was a tense fucking moment. Kemi, I think, brought up the most, stirred the most pot, and, you know, respectively, if you feel that way, these conversations need to be had. And on the national level, I respect that. So, you know, it is what it is. So I'm glad they brought this up. So Kemi and others apparently felt that some people were playing a racist game, maybe a toxic masculinity type of game, and it was really, I feel like, aimed at Jackson and Mickey. Just from the 3 weekly episodes and the one moment that I can pinpoint, especially with Jackson, was the time where he is degrading Kemi, talking, why do you have your smoothie cup in the refrigerator? You see any of us doing that? Like, he was a condescending dickhead about that. And that's more in terms of a toxic masculinity. Like, fuck that ain't cool. But in terms of racism, I didn't really see. Now, I did see some stuff on Twitter that maybe happened in the live feeds that Jackson maybe have dropped the N-bomb, which is never the right thing to do, never okay. But I think he said what he needed to say in terms of apology, like that it just is never okay to do that. But I think he handled it as best as he could. Obviously, Kemi says that you need to know what you're apologizing for, so they're going to have to see the footage back. Mickey, I want to kind of comment on this just because you saw it on his face when he walked out and that confetti hit him. Like he couldn't even enjoy it because of this tense conversation. And if he did say some shit, like he does need to confront it straight up. But I just, on one hand, I did kind of feel bad because you can straight up tell, like, he's happy that he won, but he's like, damn, did I shine myself in a bad light to America? And this is crazy because I want to be in that house, and I'm sure it's like scary on one hand because you're being watched 24/7 and nobody's fucking perfect. So you're bound to make mistakes. But I mean, racism, bullying, all that bullshit, toxic masculinity, never okay. But I'm sure in the heat of the moment, it's so crazy. Like obviously, never degrade women, never be racist. Like that's never okay, even in the heat of the moment. But I felt for Mickey a little bit just because he couldn't even enjoy it. Like you could see it when he said, "I just want to make my parents proud and hopefully we're okay." Maybe he's not okay. Like I said, I didn't watch the live feed, so I don't really know exactly what Kemi is referring to in terms of Mickey. But I don't know. We live in a world where, you know, especially this has nothing to do with it, but I'm from Iowa and we're going through this right now with this Carson King thing, and he was on game day. He had to sign the whole Venmo, and he was donating all this over $1 million to charity, and then somebody goes and digs up an old tweet. It had a little bit of racism in it. Again, that's never okay, but in the same sense, why is a reporter digging up a non-public figure's Twitter to bash him? Like, it's this tense situation that we need to discuss and we need to be aware of. It's crazy. I felt the parallel between that conversation and this Big Brother house. Just what it comes down to is be a fucking good person. Like, be a good person. Treat others as you want to be treated. It sucks that these conversations have to be had in a Big Brother sense. Like, we are just wanting to see good TV. We want to see some competition. We want to see some drama. This ain't the drama we want. We want, like, fun drama. We want gameplay. We don't want racism, bullying, cheating, love triangles. Like, it ain't cool. It just ain't cool. So I hope moving forward these people can they can see this, move past it, and become better. Straight up. In terms of the bullying, I thought Ovi really said it beautifully about Nicole not being able to go in the HOH. I do remember that. That was in the 3 weekly episodes. I really do think in that house there's probably a mob mentality. So if you're an alliance and you are obviously trying to keep the target off your back, so you're going to pin it on somebody else as much as possible, which that's fucked up for that person, but this is a game, man, and it sucks. I'm sure it's hard. I'm sure it's intense. I'm sure at times it could be chilling and sad, but it's the game, man, and it sucks, and that's the game that we love and that they signed up for. And it's just a sad thing. The mob mentality is a thing, I'm sure, in that house. I can't say from experience because I haven't been in there. I'm still trying to get on, but I don't know. I felt bad for Nicole in that moment, especially when Nick was pinning it on her and the whole Bella thing, that blow up. I felt bad with Nicole there. Just a sad situation. I'm happy that Ovi stepped up in that house, and then he got a chance to reiterate it tonight in the live finale. Like I said, just be a good person, straight up. It is what it is. And the love triangle, so weird. Nick, what are you doing, bro? I mean, that you say yourself up to fail on that one, man. Bella was pissed. She said, "Don't make me look stupid," and you did. You did, bro. I don't think it was that cool, but you do you. Now, America's favorite house guest. This is always a fun thing. The final 3 for that voting was Nicole, Tommy, and Cliff. Nicole won. Big win for the underdogs of the world. I loved it. I personally would have thrown my vote for Tommy just because I genuinely enjoy Tommy. He's the Italiano. He just seemed like an energetic, fun guy. Like, I respected him and I enjoyed his game. I think he went out in a really shitty way with Mickey pinning that lie on him. So I was rooting for him. But I'm also rooting for Nicole. That was cool. That was an underdog win. I respect that. Overall, a fun season. Granted, the drama had to be like some real life shit, which that sucks. I'm glad we had the conversations that we did. And I'm happy to see Julie Chen like not giving a fuck and, you know, hitting it on the head. Like, I respect the hell out of that. So that's cool. In terms of gameplay, straight up gameplay, everything else aside, Mickey, I think, deserves to be considered one of the greats. The dude's a comp beast. The dude is a social manipulator. He's a puppeteer. I respect it. So Mickey, the winner of BB21. It's crazy. That's all I got. This is the final Big Brother breakdown until next year. Unless I get in that house, let's get this bread. Campaign for your boy, Trey the Don. You know what this is. Like, subscribe, share, retweet, tell your friends. It's Trey Leslie of the Dawn of Entertainment for Big Brother Breakdown. This is Are You Entertained? And we'll be back. Peace.